This is Sam Ryan Adari, host of the Sex, Lies, and Lawyers. We are here with another dear guest, Jaclyn from Magic Mike Show.
Magic Mike Live.
Live? Okay. So let's go.
You got to get it right, Sam.
How are you
Come
doing?
on.
I've never been there, so that's the reason.
Oh, Sam, you have to come. You got to bring the wife.
Okay. So I didn't know that. So where is it?
Magic Mike Live is at the Sahara. So it's right on the strip, next to the new Fountain Blue that's about to open. Yes.
It's not open yet.
I think it opens in like a week.
A week. Okay.
Yes. But our show's been open for a while.
Oh, I didn't know that it's opening. I thought it's open up in October. There was a plan to open up before the F1.
Oh, Fountain Blue, the
Fountain
hotel.
Blue, yeah.
I think it's been planning to open for like 6 years, and it just keeps getting pushed back. Who knows? Vegas, right?
Yeah. So tell me about the Magic Mike Show in Vegas.
Oh, Magic Mike Live. So it all originated from the movies that Channing Tatum starred and created, all of that. And they started originally there at the Hard Rock Hotel in Las Vegas. And then the show moved once the pandemic hit. They moved to its own space in the Sahara. And it's an amazing show. It's not like a strip show. Like, it's not like Chippendales or Thunder from Down Under. It's just, there's aerialists, there's a water dance. Everyone is a professional dancer. We have repertory.
It's artistic.
It's very artistic. And the number one thing, Sam, it's all about female empowerment.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So how long have you been with this show?
I'm in my second year with the show. So I started at the end of July 2022. Yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
After the pandemic or during the pandemic?
I guess after. Who
When
knows
did they open up?
When did the pandemic end? Who knows?
Oh, yeah, because during pandemic.
We're like in and out of it.
I remember there was no shows in Vegas for a while.
I know, yeah.
For a year
I was in Los Angeles for all of that. I was doing stand-up comedy and acting. Like right before I booked it, I had filmed a Christmas movie, and then this came along. I auditioned, and
What kind of a stand-up comedy you do?
Oh, what kind? The funny kind.
Other than the funny kind.
Yeah, no, my stand-up, I do mostly stuff that's like real life human stories. I like talking about awkward relationship things. I'm not into the political comedy right now. That's not my vibe. I think funny stuff, like I come from a huge Italian family, but then my mom's side of the family is like English and Irish and like waspy. And so like the juxtaposition of being Italian Irish, I love awkward situations.
What's the difference between these two?
Relationships. Oh my God. Well, being Italian, we're hot-headed. We want to talk about everything. We're passionate. And then
using the hands.
And then wasp it away. The other side, we're like very proper and we hold everything in and, wasp it under the rug. Whoopsie. See, that's the Italian and me being like, I got to be polite. Yeah, it's like both. So that's the difference. But
what brought you to Vegas?
Magic Mike Live. I had to move for the show. So I booked it, and I had just gotten married, and my husband, he was a television producer in LA. He was working for Comedy Central. He had done presidential stuff. Like he had actually just won an Emmy for producing a show for PBS for Killer Mike. Like he was set, and we were like kind of missing the East Coast. We're both from New Jersey originally. And right before I booked Magic Mike, I kind of was like, you know what? I think I'm done with LA. Like I'll move wherever you want to move. Like, let's just go back to like Jersey, New York, like see what we can find there. And then the next day I got a call. Guess what? You're moving to Las Vegas.
So permanently you're living here.
Right yeah. I live here now. Okay. I live in Summerlin.
Tell us about
Do you want my address?
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding.
No. Give it to me later. Tell me about Vegas. What you like about Vegas or what you don't like about Vegas life? Because you are East Coast and also you live in Los Angeles. Tell me about this, actually. Not the work, just the
life.
Vibe, the life.
Vegas, like living in Vegas is so different from the Vegas you come to for like a stage 5 blackout weekend with your girlfriends on spring break. Like it's just living here. I feel like life is actually a lot easier than it was living in Los Angeles. Like I feel like the pace of everything is actually slower. I mean, I'm not on the strip unless I'm working, which
especially the traffic you're getting is slower actually.
Yeah, although the drivers, I feel like the drivers in Vegas are not so great. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
like
fast.
I drive down Sahara and there's just cars going the wrong way.
They make a U-turn right away in front of
wild.
in the front of the boulevard. They just make an illegal left out there or illegal U-turn.
Yeah, I just avoid. I'd rather go around an entire block than have to like chance just a pile up in the middle.
One of the reasons is some of them, they are actually out of town people. They come here, they get lost, and they don't know what direction they go. They just make a sudden U-turn, sudden left turn, and they just miss the exit. They just make a right turn in front of you, and you look at the license plate and say, oh, that's from out of state.
I think it's because everyone thinks you could do whatever you want in Vegas. Like, they do whatever they want on the strip. So they're like, screw it. Let's do it in the car. I don't care. Like, I'm drunk, whatever. Like, that's what happens here. So, yeah, the drivers are wild. I do miss, I feel like living in LA, and not to put Vegas down at all, because I feel like there's so much up and coming, like cool stuff happening here in Vegas. But I feel like kind of like the street style in like LA, like I was living in West Hollywood. Like I feel like health and fitness, like all of that was like so top tier when I was living like in the middle of West Hollywood and like Los Angeles, that I do kind of miss that a little bit.
That vibe.
Yes, but I do go. I love True Fusion. I love to work out there, and I go to Lifetime Fitness here. So
what else you do other than that?
What else do I do besides work out and work? Nothing. I love to go out to eat. I had a podcast called Where Should We Eat?
Oh, I didn't know that you have a podcast.
Yeah, I actually had 2 podcasts where I had to kind of put them on hold because I'm so busy with Magic Mike and just stand up and everything. But I had one called
food.
It's kind of food adjacent. Like it's kind of like the way it's structured is kind of like a menu. You know, like we have appetizer course. I kind of get to know you. And then the entrees, the meat of the podcast is finding out like funny stories that have happened to you, like in restaurants or like around the dinner table with your family.
With the Italian family.
Or what are you, Persian?
Persian.
Okay,
yeah.
Persian. I'm like Persian with pizza,
Persian,
Sam. You know, like, so like you get it. So I'm sure you have great
family.
stories.
They just loud, they're talking.
Exactly. You know, it's like
in
we're
the restaurant,
related.
everyone comes over. Be quiet. Okay?
Yes, exactly.
People are having dinner. Okay, so you can talk.
Dinner shouldn't be serious. I'm very serious about eating, but it shouldn't be serious. So yeah, my love language is reading menus. Like I love food.
You read them and memorize them, or
I memorize them. Like my goal is to have a room. The wallpaper is just like every favorite menu from every restaurant I've ever been to in the world. Huh? I'm not kidding. I'm going to make this happen, Sam. You have to have me back on in like a year. I'm going to make it happen. I promise.
Painting everything on the wall.
Yeah. Like Carbone's menu, the recipes, everything.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So tell me more a little bit about your job at the Magic Mike.
At Magic Mike, yeah. I'm kind of like the master of ceremonies. You know, I am the first person out there. I am planted. So if you go to the show, don't like start waving to me. I am one of you. I am an audience member in the show, which I love because I literally just talk to people and sit there and I'm like, oh, my friends bailed on me. Like, they're like, why are you alone? I'm like, like it's really cool though, because I get to like find out like where people are from, like what they're doing there, everything. And everyone is so nice. I mean, there's the occasional like bachelorette party where like,
and they go crazy,
where they go crazy and they like don't want me sitting with them, and I'm like, just give it 5 minutes, I promise you I'll be moved. Like there's nothing scarier than like a maid of honor in like sequins and a tight dress. Like they are just wild.
You said that it's different from the other shows on the strip.
Yeah.
Like a other one, like a Chippendales. Tell me the differences a little bit.
So I feel like our show, we just come so much more from like the female perspective. And Channing and the other creators, Allison Falk, like Luke Broderick, like they really focused on what women actually want, you know? Like it's not just abs and like sexy thrusting on stage, which we don't mind. We love that too. And there's plenty of that.
That's a part of the package.
It's a part of the package. What we focus on is like feeling safe and feeling seen. And, like there's a part where a guy pops up with a Taco Bell bag. Like sometimes girls just want to lie in bed and eat Taco Bell when they're hungover, Like it's a guy who won't interrupt you, a guy who, is nice to his mom, a guy who'll go to therapy with you. Like that's like stuff we focus on. And then we have like two beautiful dancers who are aerialists that are women that also are kind of supposed to be
There are the female dancers.
Yeah, there's female dancers and there's like sexy, like there's a whole, you got to come see the show. Like my husband's seen it 8 times. Like my parents have come to the show. I have relatives. Like it's a great date night. It's really fun. It's like, honestly, it's like being at a Broadway show, but just with really hot people and great music. It's like being at a concert. I honestly, I don't go to the club anymore. So this is like the closest thing you can find to the club. Like we have a drum kit that comes down from the ceiling. We have singers, like the most talented male vocalist. We have a guitar player. Like there's just so much more involved. And everyone is an athlete that's on that stage. I fly a unicorn. Like there is so much.
What do you mean athlete?
Because what we're doing, they're doing flips, like the dancing, just the acrobatic aspect of it. Like I every single day,
like
I
a
have
Cirque
to
du Soleil kind.
Totally. Like we have people that were in Cirque du Soleil that are in our show. Like there's just so much, like people that have toured with Madonna, Britney Spears, Jennifer Lopez, like the caliber of talent that you come to see at Magic Mike is like beyond next level. It's top tier. And it's not because they pay me and I'm working there. It is.
Tell me about the most interesting incident that you had. The crazy people.
Oh my God.
Always you get that in Las Vegas. It's a surprise for us, but surprise for the audience. They all look back. What's going on?
Oh my God.
Crazy person.
I've definitely, there's some times where I'll be on stage with the guy who plays Mike and I'm like, is that girl's shirt see-through? And it's just full see-through bodysuits. And I'm like, oh, wow, those are nipples. Okay, cool. Great. We're family. I don't know. That's happened. Or women, I think, get so moved and so into the show. And also they're probably 6 tequilas in. I've had women just walk up on stage in the middle of a whole monologue moment that I'm doing and I'll be like, girl, what's up? Maybe go sit back down. People just, they lose all inhibitions. I did not witness this, but someone else in the crowd said a husband was sitting and playing with an app that they think was controlling vibrating underwear for his wife sitting next to him in the crowd. That's happened.
Wow.
Which I'm not mad about that, but I don't know if that's allowed actually. But just crazy stuff where you're just wow. Okay.
How did you find out about that?
Someone saw it happening and we were just okay, let's not do that. Please stop. Everyone gets excited. I get it, but that's next. Keep it at home.
Don't misuse the products.
Yeah. I feel so many other things have happened that are just wild. I know there was a celebrity who all they wanted was chicken wings during the show. So they had to get chicken wings brought in while they were watching the show. And that's random, but I guess whatever. That's weird.
Oh, is it with the dinner or without dinner?
No dinner. That's why it was weird. We were no one eats at Magic Mike.
Like a cabaret or something.
Yeah, no dinner. Great drinks though. Awesome drinks. But yeah, everything's wild. I mean, everyone really just loses their inhibitions and they have a good time, but nothing too crazy where I've ever felt really in danger or anything. Everyone's been cool. They just get way too excited.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's fun.
Anything else you want to say to the audience?
I mean, we had a really cool thing. We actually just performed at BravoCon, which was here. Are you familiar with Bravo, Sam?
No, not really. What's
Your wife
about?
probably is.
Tell me. What's that?
Bravo. What's Bravo? Bravo is a channel that all the
Bravo
Real Housewives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. I
Do you have a favorite Bravo show?
No.
No.
I don't have time to watch.
Because you're a successful lawyer.
Last time I watched that channel, possibly it was 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
15 years ago.
Okay.
Who watches TV these days?
I mean,
Mostly they watch the cell phone. They go on the news.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know about
No
you.
one watches-
When I go home, I can't shut my brain off from working in the day. So I'll put Bravo on or something to just kind of forget about everything and just
Hulu or the Netflix or
exactly.
something, but not the bro, that's the thing I was talking to David and John the other day. Say, who these days orders Cox communication or just cable?
I don't know.
Does
anyone have cable out there?
I don't think so.
They're not gonna. Cox is not gonna sponsor
All of
this
them
podcast,
are
they?
Base now, and there's the OTT advertisement
streamers.
comes on. Yeah, streamers. Yeah.
Do you binge watch anything?
Yeah, all the series. Actually.
What series do you like?
All series. I'm redoing the Sopranos after.
Oh my God. Okay, Sam, this is something we can talk about then. Okay, so the Sopranos.
Oh, Italian family.
They're from New Jersey.
New Jersey.
I actually, growing up, like I was an actress. I went to college for acting, and in New York, I was actually a student at Michael Imperioli's theater. He had like an acting studio. So Michael Imperioli, he played Christopher on The Sopranos.
Oh, Christopher. He passed away?
No, that's Tony.
Tony passed away, but there was
James
someone else out of those
Tony.
people.
So Pauly Walnuts passed away recently.
Yes, recently, yes.
We were actually in Italy on our honeymoon when Pauly Walnuts, Tony Sirico, passed away, and we poured one out in the middle of Santa Margarita for Pauly Walnuts. So anyway, a bunch of the cast members of The Sopranos were my acting teachers. Wow. And so picture like being on stage in acting class and having like the mob boss of New York, like giving you motivation and direction on stage. Like Vince Chiarotolo, he's an amazing acting teacher. He was great. So I always kind of like stayed in contact with them. And I actually got to perform at Sopranos Con, which was like a big convention for like Sopranos lovers in New Jersey. It was like the Super Bowl for Italians. It was great, but like I got to have like Catherine Narducci, who was on The Sopranos, like a bunch of cool people on my podcast.
There was a news as well about her, Catherine Narducci.
Catherine Narducci?
Last month or 2 months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was doing something in another.
I know she was like the grand master of like the San Gennaro Italian Festival in New York. I know she did do that, and it was just her birthday. Happy birthday, Catherine. But yeah, The Sopranos. That's like I keep seeing all these memes because I'm a big New York Giants fan. Do you like football?
Yes.
You do? Who's your team?
Giants. No.
I'm like, Sam, stop trying to be me.
So.
Anyway, the memes that keep coming out are there's Tommy DeVito. He is like our sub quarterback right now, and he keeps coming out to like the Sopranos theme songs. And I keep saying, I regret not walking out in my wedding to the Sopranos theme song down the aisle. I thought that would be fun. I don't think you enjoyed that story. That's okay. We'll move on.
No, I enjoyed it. I'm watching it again.
I love it. Do you have a favorite episode?
All of it.
That's a good answer.
All of it. There's no boring one.
I know.
All the dialogue between the shrink and the
Dr. Melfi. Talk dirty to me. That's like, so my shirt is Goodfellas.
Oh, Goodfellas.
And that was Lorraine Bracco was in Goodfellas.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like she was training to be Dr. Melfi. No.
Good to have you here. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you.
And it was a pleasure meeting you.
That's so kind of you.
So, thank you.
Yeah, that was so cool. I don't get any lawyer advice.
Lawyer advice?
Yeah.
Lawyer advice.
I don't need any. You're right.
Italian.
Yeah, I just make a call and things disappear.
Just in the barrel at the bottom of the Lake Mead.
Yeah, maybe at the bottom of Lake Mead.
They recently found.
I didn't say it. Sam said it for sure. Well, thank you so much for having me. And you got to come to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ciao.